Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, to City Skylines 2. My name is Caesar. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been a minute since I've uploaded, and honestly, I've just kind of been busy. Been busy, having a rough sleep schedule, and it's been kind of rough to have the energy to sit here and record, and then edit, and then upload it, so decided I'd rather take some time off rather than upload something I wasn't happy with, so finally back into it, and it's cool to be here, so I've missed you guys. Anyways, I don't really have anything planned for today, if I'm being honest. I kind of just launched the game and wanted to take a look at a couple of different things and just kind of see the game and what it's like. I know they had a couple of updates since I last uploaded and things like that, so I wanted to take some time and maybe detail a little bit, because obviously I have find it right here, right? So I can find any prop in the game, I can open up the dev mode and pull all of those props and, you know, decorate a little bit more with that. But I wanted to try some of the vanilla features that were just added. And if we open up our our landscaping tools, they added the availability to use some of the in-game assets by default without having any mods, and I think that's really cool. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take a little bit of time and decorate some of these older parts of our city and kind of make it look a little bit I don't know, like it has a bit of history and looks like some energy was put into it rather than just a couple of trees. So let's get into it. Before we get started, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button down below, join the Discord. We have great conversations sometimes. It's kind of dead right now, but consider joining, consider becoming a member, and yeah, let's really get into building here. So I wanted to build out this park area first, and I think just adding a couple of different assets to bring it all together, like some of the existing stuff here, some of these food carts. Oh, I guess before we get into that, I let the city run for a little bit, and homelessness was still a problem, so I got the homeless mod back in here, the bye-bye homeless mod, whatever it's called, back in here just to kind of fix the issue, I guess, temporarily, and hopefully it still handles it while they continue working on that, you know, bugs. Pretty cool stuff though coming from the developers. Looks like looks like they actually are working on things. That's kind of exciting to see. All right, so I wanted to add a little bit of amenities, and I think some of these food stands would just kind of be really good. And I don't want to overcomplicate this, so I think we're going to line them up here on this main path right here, right next to this park right here, and I think that'll be good. So we're going to go ahead and grab our bulldozer tool here, and we're going to bulldoze, let's say, from here to there, right? Just these four, if this tool will let me. There we go. Just like that, grab these four from this side, and that'll be fine. Then I'm going to go into our assets here, and I think, yeah, I think if we just grab, I don't really think it matters. I think I'm more overthinking it than anything, so I'm going to grab a food cart. Now, can I rotate this? I can. Okay. These food carts would be cool for other places around the map too. Around the city, I guess I should say. And I think we start off easy. We'll place this one right here. And we'll angle it right there. And I want to see if there's like any tables or chairs or things. There we go. And I want to build out a little bit of an area, because oftentimes you find like a food truck area, they'll always have some tables and things like that. Maybe not everywhere, but from what I've experienced, anytime there's like food stalls and things like that, there's always a bit of seating out front just to kind of provide that kind of amenity for any patrons that, I guess, decide to go there. So that's kind of what I want to provide. So if we go to our residential props, and I think just these like table sets, table set 3 doesn't really make sense here. I think table set 1 makes the most sense. Seems like the less, I'm trying to look like for like something that looks kind of basic, if that makes sense. Don't want it to be seem too fancy or anything like that, right? So we're going to turn on anarchy so we can do whatever we want here. And I think the first one we're going to place is right here. And then I'm going to place another one just over here. And we're going to delete a couple of these bushes here just to make sure this isn't being blocked there. Now, What else can I add to this to kind of bring it together? I think if we make our own tables, chairs, I think it'll also work out. I wish there was more variety in these assets, like something a bit smaller. Like these tables are massive compared to the scale of everything else. I feel like they're just huge. Maybe they could be completely to scale, and I'm just overthinking it. That's also a strong possibility. We'll put in this chair. I think I'll put it like a little bit of an angle, so it looks like somebody just was sitting in it and they got up, you know? And that feels a bit more. I hate that it changes colors, but I'm not gonna bother replacing it. I'm just gonna leave it. I think that looks all right. I think if we get one more table set right here, I think that'll be really good. I've also been looking at Charlie Pryor. You guys watch him. He plays a lot of simulation, tycoon management, like RTS type of games a lot of the time too. And he's been... Oh, what happened here? That's really weird, huh? Let's delete that and try to replace that. He's been playing... Well, he played Frostpunk 2, the prologue, since that game's about to come out. And it actually looks really entertaining. And I'm definitely going to pick it up, but I think I'm going to play it on the channel, at least for the first time, just to get a bit of impression on it. And if it's something that I enjoy and you guys enjoy, it's definitely something I'd consider continuing here, because definitely getting into something else besides City Skylines every single episode, I think will help with at least keeping me motivated with things like that, you know what I mean? There we go. Feels a little bit nicer. And I think if I can get some like lights, if they have those in here, that'd be really nice too. I'm definitely gonna do some decorating here. I don't want to go too insanely in depth, but I feel like I've already done that anyway. Cool. That's one area done that I think that just brings a little bit more life to the area, and I think it's pretty cool. All right, next place I want to go to is over to the college. And I haven't really touched this college since they placed it down, and I think that's kind of a missed opportunity on my behalf. But now that we have a little bit more freedom to kind of be creative with different things, I think it's going to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and build a little bit of a concrete pad here. Take it to the corner, up the street, connect it all up, and bam, we got a nice concrete pad. Gonna delete all this vegetation because it doesn't really make sense there, especially when it's coming through the concrete. It's not really realistic. You can't really have concrete coming through the ground like that. Doesn't make sense at all. All right, and I think we'll go with something. We'll go with something similar, right? And I think it'll work out. So I'm thinking, all right? I'm thinking. I think if we get a little bit of fence, right? First we can just look up fence in here, it'll come up, right? I forget how I got it last time. I think it was through this menu. Yeah, it was. Okay. Is there like... maybe this? I guess this could work. And is there like a single link fence that I could use? There we go. Now, if we get our line tool, we'll put this in fence mode, just like that. We're going to turn off randomizing. All right. And we're going to use this to build out a little bit of a wall here. We're not going to go too crazy with it, okay? We're going to go till about like there. That'll be one of the gates to get in here. Like that. We'll take this gate all the way to the end. Just like that. And then we'll fence this in from here. Take this all the way through. And I know I could use the curved road tool, but I feel like doing smaller segments like this is a little bit easier. That's the only reason I do that. And we'll leave a gap here for a secondary entrance. I think that'll be good. And we'll just run this all the way down this connection, down this path here. Connect it all up, and I think it'll look nice. We'll bend it in a little bit. That'll be fine. All right. We have this little bit of an area. I think this is a little bit more controlled. And the reason I did this is I don't want to put the backs of these assets to the sidewalk without a fence there, because I feel like without a fence, it feels kind of forced. With the fence, it feels a little bit more controlled, or like the fences are forcing you to face things in rather than out. And I think that, and I think that kind of works a little bit. So I'm gonna go back into our landscaping tools, and again, we're gonna grab some of these things, right? How small is the stage? This could actually be interesting. Oh, okay. I have an idea. A little bit of a concert events area across the street from the college. I think it kind of works out, right? It provides a little bit of off-campus life, I guess, quote unquote off-campus. It's like on the same property, but I think it's neat. Provides a unique opportunity. I think we'll get the park bench here. And can we get different colored bench here? How much do I mind that it's gonna change colors? OCD says make sure they're the same color, but I think I'm gonna go with allowing it to just change color so I don't go crazy here trying to delete 47,000 benches the entire time just to make this work. All right, so I think I'll go with something like this. Public space for like food stalls and things like that. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna put one of these here. Okay, they change color, so we can just place multiple of the same one in different places, and it won't seem too repetitive, and I think it'll be fine. So we got those down. Next, we'll grab some of these larger ones, like that, and like that, I think. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to avoid putting anything on that side because it's kind of like concert area, event area, stage area, you know, and I think that'll be, I think just leave alone. All right. Last couple, maybe put that one in like that to kind of close in that angle. Put this one in like right here so it's not so extreme. And then we can go into our industrial area. Right? And where are they? Saw them a bit earlier. There was like these dumpsters that we could put in. Unless they got moved. I mean, that wouldn't even, unless they got moved doesn't even make sense. Who would move them, right? So okay. Would it make sense here? Because the trash truck wouldn't have access to this area. I think we'll put it here, either entrance, and that'll be like a community thing for trash bins and things like that. I think that'll be fine. A couple of trash bins in between some of these businesses, I think, kind of works out too. In the backside of it. There we go. Just a couple. There we have it. A couple more over here. And we'll place that. Rotate that a little bit. Bring that in. That'll be good to go. Tool shed we don't really need for this area. Wouldn't really make sense. I don't think so anyway. And then what I want to do is go back into the park assets. I think is where it was. No, it's the residential props. Go back to the top and grab some of these tables. I think we'll go with these tables instead here for this area, and I think that'll be really nice. And we're going to line these up kind of mixed in here. I'm going to go ahead and rotate them a little bit just so they don't seem like they're too perfect, you know? Just like that. That's enough for this area. We'll go ahead and put a few more tables over here to fulfill this area a little bit to make it feel full on this side as well. We don't want it to be empty. Just like that. I think that's really nice. Gas heaters, I don't think so. I think it's a pretty warm community as it is. A couple of grills wouldn't be the worst thing either, right? I think those could be interesting here. Someone, hosting a little bit of a barbecue. Just did not expect these moose, deer, giant things to be walking around. Caught me off guard, if I'm being honest. Tool sheds. I wonder if it's like a porta potty thing, right? What would it be called in here? Toilets, maybe? I doubt it'd be called porta potty. Oh, it's called a portable toilet. I was actually right. Okay. I want to add a couple of these in because I feel like this type of environment would definitely have a bit of portable toilets or porta potties or porta johns, I guess if you want to say. I don't know which way that's the door for sure. There we go. I wish they had a bit more detail. They're kind of blank, but I think it's fine. And we'll add a couple more toilets here. Like that. That'll be fine. What are these transportate? Ooh. I didn't expect these logos to be a thing. That's pretty neat. All right, now what can I do in the middle here? I don't want to leave this empty, but it might make sense to just kind of leave it empty as like an open kind of walkway. I'm going to look through a couple of these assets and see if there's anything that would make sense here. I don't think there is much that makes sense here. Maybe a couple of these cones and barriers and things like that kind of make sense for this area. Just like that. Why not? Brings it all together, and I think that's fine. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know how I feel about this area, but I think it's definitely adds character to the area. It makes it less blank. I'm going to add a couple of potted plants here just to cover up those trash cans a little bit. Just so it's not like the main star of the show, Cover those up a little bit. I think that's fine. No, these are too big right there. We'll use some of these. There we go. A couple of plants here. Maybe one of these in here. Like that. And another plant there. And I think we'll have one of these over here. Not all of them have to be clusters. Just, just got to change up the pattern a little bit so it doesn't get stale. I think that's fine. There we go. Let me know what you guys think. I like this a lot, if I'm being honest. It adds a little bit of character to the area, and I think it's something you could see in an area like this. I don't know. I wish people can interact with this. Maybe in the future my dreams will come true. But for now, it's something we'll just kind of have to live with, unfortunately. All right. Next thing I want to do is I want to go... Where can we do this? I got my car towed like a couple of weeks ago, and it was because I forgot my parking pass for the apartments I live in. And I didn't know about it until a few days later, so that was a pretty hefty bill. So I want to build a little bit of like a tow yard plus junkyard. I think that'd be a really cool thing to see in the city. I just don't know where it would make sense to have. I want it somewhere, maybe this area here could use it. It could work. Not could use it. I mean, obviously no one wants a junkyard in their backyard, but it could work. Let's look at what kind of fence assets we have. Because if we have a couple of different fences, I think it would work, right? So let's see. Is there like a regular chain link fence right in here? There it is. Go back into line mode. Oh, why didn't that work? What happened here? Grab this fence, go into line mode. We're already in fence mode, so that works out nicely. And we're going to connect from there. There we go. Now this fence doesn't make sense here now. We'll do the fence on this side. Like that. And then we'll bring it out to about there. Bring it over. Just like that. And I'll grab the fence one more time. It's gonna stick over a little bit. I'm okay with it. I want it to line up all the way to the edge. I guess that fence could still work. We just do it like this. Connect that to there as a hypothetical connection. And then bring that all the way back here. We'll connect to the building. That's fine. And this will be like the parking lot area, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and demolish this. Cars were junked and then we just poured all the trash on there. You know what I mean? It's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Safety barrier, I think this kind of works for what I want. No, just do a couple of cones to make it seem like, hey, you can't come in here unless you pay, right, to get your car out. We'll put a couple of cones. And then I think we do these safety barriers, keep people out. Just like that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I think that looks really cool. Now over here, we're gonna get actual vehicles. The place I went to didn't have any like parking stripes or anything like that. It was just like pretty much this giant concrete slab, and they just parked all the cars. It's pretty much what it was. So I think if we just go back and go into our cars here, and just grab a couple of different vehicles, I think that'll work out. So just like that, fill that area in nicely. There we go. There's a space rocket in here? I had no idea that was a thing. What's this? Taxi? Why not? Somebody got towed as a taxi. I say post van 2. There we go. That's enough. That doesn't have to be completely full. And then we can just put in a couple of cars here for like employees, you know? These are like a couple of employees or something that are here. There we go. Since this parking lot will actually never be used, I think having a couple of random cars parked in here is fine. Nice van, has like a wheelchair ramp in it or something, you know, comes out. And that's kind of what I wanted. I don't want anything more than this. I think this is fine like that. A lot of